was diagnosed, I remember the first night sleeping in my bed at home thinking how claustrophobic I was, because it's like I'm stuck in this body and it's sick. In July of 2013, I was diagnosed with leukemia. I was diagnosed on Tuesday and admitted into City of Hope on a Friday. I was doing my first round of chemotherapy on that Monday. Yeah, I was told I was going to need a transplant, and it was a heartbreaking time because I was in a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, and everybody around me was praying like crazy. I hugged my kids and said, you know, Daddy will be back, even though deep down I didn't know whether or not I was going to be back.
City of Hope was founded to make a difference in people's lives, to give hope to people who've been diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening diseases. City of Hope started in 1913 as a tuberculosis sanatorium with 2 tents, 6 staff people, 6 patients, no running water, no telephone, no electricity.
And then over the next decades, it evolves into one of the great medical centers in America and keeps evolving and keeps improving. And right now we're in the forefront of medicine.
City of Hope is one of the best kept secrets in Southern California and actually nationwide. I think few people appreciate the fact that 2 of the largest discoveries in diabetes metabolism research were actually here.
City of Hope is really one of the leaders in the CAR T-cell field and is making breakthroughs against a wide variety of cancers. For brain tumors, we were the first to apply CAR T-cell therapy to patients with glioblastoma.
I've been doing HIV work since the 90s, and this is the first time I can honestly say, wow, I can actually see there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And some of the stuff we're developing, I think, has the potential to be a functional cure for HIV.
I asked my doctor, I looked him in the eyes, and the only thing that came out was like, am I gonna live? And he said, absolutely, but your life will never be the same. And I believed him. My mother is Filipino and my father is Scottish, so they told me that it was gonna be very hard to find a match in the registry. My older brother being a half-brother, he was not gonna be a possibility, but my little brother, my full brother, it was a 25% chance of being a match. And we would have to roll the dice. That moment is kind of universal for bone marrow transplant survivors because we all know that fear. We all know that feeling of despair and feeling like this may be it. If I don't have a match, that's it. I'm not gonna be here for my children. I won't see them graduate. When I walk my daughter down the aisle on her wedding day. I remember my parents came and visited me at City of Hope. I just decided to turn on my iPad and I recorded the moment where I just told them.
So I have some news for you guys. Okay. Adam's a full match.
100%.
I remember my mom saying, you know, now we have a fighting chance.
We're not there yet, but we got a fighting chance now, right?
It never gets old. Even to this day, when I see blood counts coming up after a therapy that we've done, or looking at films to see that cancer has shrunk because of something that we did, gives me a chill.
To be the nurse that sits next to the patient during the hardest moments of their lives, the toughest weeks of their lives, and to get to be on the forefront of their care and have such an impact in their lives is such a blessing because I go home after work at night just thinking I made a difference. I was able to be there for someone when they really needed it.
City of Hope has a supportive care program that is the glue that holds the patient together, supporting that patient and their family throughout the journey. We offer many, many things for patients: spiritual care, psychology, psychiatry, social workers, navigators, nurses.
Here at City of Hope, you have the science and you have the medicine, and they're interwoven and connected. So you can come in and there can be a new therapy that is ready to go to the clinic and will advance beyond what is out there in the world.
It was only through the City of Hope that I could take a brand new molecular target that no one has ever studied before and actually aim new therapeutics at that target. I could only do that here.
We can take discoveries and take them all the way to a product that can benefit an individual. We have the facilities to produce molecules, to produce biologics, to make stem cells, all of it on campus. And we have the talent that we're actually able to formulate drugs, to develop the clinical trials, and then actually take it to patients.
And Nicole's donor, Ryan Lawrence, they're meeting for the very first time right now.
I'd like to welcome you all to what is, year after year, one of the brightest days at the City of
Every
Hope.
single person there have been affected by cancer. It's not even just the patients, but it's like the children, it's the parents, it's the grandchildren. You see the impact that cancer has, but then you see the impact of what hope has.
It's about making people whole, giving husbands back to wives, kids back to parents, parents to their children. And our care does aim for that, preserving who people are.
You get to see the amazing things that these people then go out and do in their life. And I've got hundreds and not thousands of examples of being in awe of what people will then go out and do if you can liberate them from this disease that brought them to us in the first place.
I'm close to having 3 years of remission. It gets me excited because I know that I get to be here a little longer. I get to experience love with my wife, and I get to experience the growth of my children. I get to spend the holidays with my brothers and my parents. I breathe and stand in front of you today because I'm an absolute miracle. I'm certain of that.